Now, Zimbabwe's ruling ZANU-PF party has filed papers opposing a court challenge to last month's election result. The opposition movement for Democratic Change Alliance is seeking to overturn the results that hand victory to President Emmerson Mnangagwa. CGTN's Farai Mwakutuya has more from Harare.
Lawyers representing President Emmerson Mnangagwa are ready to meet and beat the MDC alliance in court.
There's no sound argument raised by Nelson Chamisa to challenge the electoral victory of President Emmerson Mnangagwa. He has no legal grounds on which to challenge. One, he has not complied with the technical rules of the court, and secondly, the case has no merits.
The MDC alliance filed a petition last Friday in which it claims the electoral playing field wasn't level and that results were tampered with. The opposition claims that about 30,000 votes for Nelson Chamisa were transferred to Emmerson Mnangagwa. It also alleges that voter turnout figures for Mashonaland Central Province, one of ZANU-PF's strongholds, were inflated.
They also argue that there are instances where there are voters who voted but were not registered on the voters' roll that they were given. The number is plus or minus 40,000 that they allege. They allege that there are stations which were counted twice. So their figures were counted. The figures for that, around 9,000 alleged persons who did that. They also allege that the figures that were announced, the total figures from Mnangagwa and Chamisa that were announced, I think on the 2nd or 3rd of August, when results were announced by ZEC, those figures do not tally with the figures that were eventually released by ZEC in their CD to parties.
Proving that the numbers don't add up is what the opposition's case hinges on.
That's where I think the ferocious battle in this matter is going to be fought. Are those figures and computations by the MDC correct or they are wrong? And you do that by comparing the V11 forms that the MDC has tendered, and you compare those with the forms, that the V11 forms that ZEC has used in the CD. You do so by comparing the voters' roll to see whether the allegations are correct.
The Constitutional Court has 14 days from August 10th, when the MDC's application was lodged, to rule on the matter. It has the power to overturn the result or nullify the election and call for a rerun, which would be held within 60 days of the judgment. Farai Mwakutuya, CGTN, Harare, Zimbabwe.